I am back on Friday morning and we're getting ready to do page 11 and 12. So 11 and 12 is one of the pages out of the book, and when I was recording 11 and 12 before, I had a page missing, a piece missing out of 12, so I'll just quickly review 11. 11 was putting the book plate over memories on the pre-printed section bottom right-hand corner of the scalloped edge, then putting sweet, the foam piece on top of the book plate, and putting the butterfly along that edge also. Then when I flipped it over, I realized that I did not have the book plate, or I didn't have the piece that was needed to do this page. They do a flip part on this page, so I had to go back and redo, which no problem, we can redo. So the first thing it said to do was to make sure I was on. Was, y'all, it is Friday. I'm at the beach. I'm looking out at the ocean. Sun has risen. It's still a little bit mystical outside. People are running along the coastline. It's absolutely beautiful. I wish this was my sight every day. I imagine a lot of people do, but it's not. But I can be thankful I'm here this week. So this is Dreamer, and I'm putting it right here along the bottom. Now there is another strip that goes along right here that I left this on my table yesterday, and I will tell you that people come in and out of the room, so there's no telling where that Now and Forever went to. But when I find it, I will put it right here. So the next piece that comes in is that flip page. And that flip page, got another piece that's left over. I'm going to put that out of the way. So the flip page comes up here. And then we'll see how far they tell me to put the flip page. A ½ inch from the top of the page. That looks like a ½ inch for me. Does it for you? I'm going to slide it up there like that. I'm going to pull this open and put, I brought the wrong size. I didn't bring 1/8 of an inch. I brought 4. Nope, I didn't bring a 1/8 of an inch. So what I'll do is pull in my liquid adhesive and put it along here, right along here. It says to put adhesive on your flip part. That's the little 1/4 of an inch that has been scored at the top. So that, I'm going to fold that down. Might get some on my fingers, but you know what? It will not hurt my fingers in the least bit. So that's where I'm putting the 1/4 of an inch. And I'm securing that down like that, right there. Now that's going to flip up. But before it flips up, it gets a little embellishing on it. So this goes right here on this side. And let's put a little bit of my tape runner on it and secure it on this side over here. Right like this. Now it says to put a camera right here. I have my camera, which goes right here. I want my camera to be popped up. I still don't know where that goes. I guess I'll find out later. I'll put a little bit here and here. Now if I had my craft foam for children. This would be a good time to use it, but I didn't bring it with me. Your children's craft foam would be a great time to lay your thin pieces down on and trim them. Somebody's been in here messing because my scissors are out of place. When anybody's looking for scissors, they all know they can come up to Connie's room and find scissors most any place. Scissors, tape, glue, markers, all of that good stuff. And I'm going to take this off, lay it on my table. Got a lot of pages to make in this book. There's 36 pages, and I've got 2 more days of vacation, so it looks like I'm gonna have to double up on some pages, or maybe I'll have to finish it when I get back to the shop, because tomorrow is the day for Annette Green's virtual class. I think I need one more right there. Well, pull that off without pulling the sticky off. There we go. Now, it fits right along here, right there. That's an awesome page. And I'm going to tell you what I've done. There we go. That's the back side of this page. But it's a flip page. Look, where does this go? I think I've pulled out another page. There's another piece. Now, let's pull this up. And this goes right here. And this, there's a little piece under here. Oh, look what I found, y'all. I knew it would turn up. Now and forever. I'm going to put this. I'm going to put that. I think it goes on the top, over the top of this. I'm going to put some adhesive on this. I'm going to put this right in the middle of this, right like that. And then I'm going to lay this right up here, like that. Oh, need something right here, don't we? I think that's where this goes. I left my cover off my ink pad last night, but it's still a little moist. I've also ordered re-inkers this morning for my black suit and my brushed corduroy and my vintage photo, my most used ones. So I'll have the re-inkers in the shop next week for all of you that want to make sure. And I'll lay that like that and push that down like that. That's to make sure that I see where it goes. And it says, I'm going to put it right, it says to put it right here, but if I put it right there, it sticks out. I don't like that. That's a little mistake in my directions, so I'll go back and make a note of that for the individuals buying this kit, that you don't want to put that as far down as they say to. So that is everything for that page. There needs to be a little something right there. Let me go back and see if it says, nope, they don't say to put anything there or there. So that book, that page now goes in the book, right like that. Oh, I should have just put it right over here like this. Like that. Close that up. Now let's see what the next one is. The next one's going to be page 13 and 14, and you need a 6x8 page protector. Let's see if we've got that in our page protector. I like to clean my table off before I get started. I have a trash can under my table. This is page 13 and 14 of my little baggies. Now these bags, whenever I'm through with them, I'll put them in a box in my storage room. And I'll use them for the next one that I make. Put those up there. Now this is called, I do believe it is the Warm White. And if you could see it, it has dots, little darker dots, and a plain side. And I've not inked either side of those. And I put inside the 6x8 protective sheet everything I needed for the pages. So the first page is going to be this. Let's pull it out. Let's pull everything out and put it up here on the top side of my table. I'm telling you, somebody's been playing at my table because everything is shifted. It's all right, as long as I can find my stuff when I need it. There's the protector, and I'll lay it aside. Now, the first page that I'm going to use, it says to use the 6x8 page protector. The rub-on, the cursive graph section of the rub-ons on the white piece of the color 5. Rub on the cursive graph section on the top right corner of the 6x8 piece. So if I look in my little section, I've got everything in here. Lay that up there. I always have a tendency to lay it down just a little bit off. And once it's laid down, sometimes it doesn't want to come back up. There we go. This, you can use the popsicle stick that's included with the rub-ons. You can use an embosser. When you go to pull this up, when you see if anything didn't get, look how easy that was. Easy peasy, there's that. I kind of like to rub over it, make sure it feels good. And it says place a 4x6 photo. That's not a 4x6, that's a 3x4. And there is not a 4x6 photo in my kit for this one. So that means I'll have to come back and add it later, which is not an issue because I do have extras in a baggie. Now, this bag, let's see where the bag of extras are. Here's my bag of extras. So, what I'm going to do is leave this laying and do that one later because that one is a piece of cardstock that I used that was almond. So it's 4x6. It's not in my kit, but you're going to put your corners here. There's your corners. You'll put your 2 corners here, and they will be 4x6 to hold the piece of paper. And Beautiful Moments. This goes on the back side. This goes under. I'll go ahead and add this to it. It needs a little inking on it. Just a little to give it a little color. Lay that down here on the edge like that. Throw this away. This will go at the top up there. And there'll be more flowers up at the top edge. And that'll be that side as soon as I get the 4x6 put in. I'll lay everything that's not adhered down until I get the 4x6 piece of paper. And I'll flip, or that goes in the protective sleeve. That goes in the protective sleeve like that. All right, that is page 13. And because I don't have the 4x6 piece, I can't do that one yet. So next piece I'm going to do is the oatmeal piece goes in the pocket, and I'm going to go ahead and put a little inking around the edges of the oatmeal piece. And it tells me to put the oatmeal piece with the dot sides up. And that's the dot sides right there. See the dot sides? And I'm just giving it a little bit around the outer edges of Distress Ink Black Soot. Sliding this in, getting it out of the way, bringing this in. This has the 3x4. Giving the 3x4 just a little bit of color on the edges. Just a little bit of color on the edges. And I'm going to go ahead and put the 3x4 down because the 3x4 goes against the clipboard edge. There. Right there. Now, Fantastic Together is on your foam stickers. And I'm bringing in these two, because these two, I think, are popped up. It means I have to read it, and I didn't read it before we started. Fussy Cut the Vintage Chipboard. It says to fussy cut it out. You know why we're fussy cutting it out? Because it's one of the pages. So, we're fussy cutting. Connie wasn't ready for this. We didn't fussy cut before we got started. Not a big deal. Doesn't take me long. I'm a fussy cutter. I am a fussy cutter. And I might not be as ragged as it is, but I'll come back and distress it. And I'll give you a tip on how I distress. All the way to the clipboard metal piece. Cut that out. Now, take all of this trash and put it down here in my trash can and cut some more of this off like this. And on this side where it is a little more distressed, and over here where it is distressed, and here. And all it is torn paper, so if you don't get it cut straight, it doesn't matter. Now I'm taking my scissors. I'm opening my scissors up in my hand like this. And I'm coming along the side, pulling my scissors back towards me like this. And I'm roughing this up. Oops, I tore it. Shucks. Tore that like that. And like this. Give it a little roughage. Tore it along the edge here. And up here on this edge, give it a little roughage. Make sure you get rough in the corners. And if you tear little edges, that even makes it look more rough. Coming along all of this where I cut. Love it. Now, pick that up, throw that in the garbage. There you go. Now, pulling my inks in again. Give it a little rough, burnt edge. And I love the way those scissors cut all that. Gives it a very, very rough edge all the way around. Even where I tore it, especially where I tore it. There we go. Now, let's put some adhesive on it. Make sure that we get it in all of the areas that are torn. Put that down, put that down. I'm gonna have to pull my oatmeal out and set this down. It's kind of centered like that. There we go. Now, like that. Rubbing all that. Now the flowers that are going on here are going here. Take notes being covered. That's going here and that's going here. Now, for me, this has the pop right here. So the flowers don't need to be popped. I'm not even reading what she's saying to do with the flowers because I don't think the flowers need to be popped. If you pop the flowers, there's going to be too much dimension. Now, again, you know what we're going to do? We're going to put this in here. Now, this is my tip. I don't even know what the instructions say, but I don't put these on the inside. So, right here on the outside and right here on the outside. Now, let's pull in some of these little white dots. I've got so many of the white ones, I'm going to use them. 1 and 2, and the little one's the one I have such a hard time getting off the thing and off my fingers because I don't have anything but very thick fingernails. And slide it off my nail, put it on there and move it where I want it. Zhuzh it around. There we go. See, I added the dimension to the outside of the page. So that will be number 13 and 14, and I'll put all of the extra over, remembering that I have to go back and do number 13 because I didn't have the 4x6 that I needed. So that is, and I wanted to show you 13 because it's not ready. So that is that one. And I'll show you when I do the next 2 pages, which will be 15 and 16, I'll show you where we've gotten so far on the album. And I'll be back with the 4x6 photo for page number 13. And we'll go from there because page number 15 has a flipping page. Thanks for joining me. Join me again when I come back with the rest of this book.